Hello guys, Nika here with your second daily neuro nugget. I'm going to talk very quickly because you guys have asked me to talk about the Fight Club theory. Was this horrific crime some sort of fight going on in Moscow? Was it recorded? Was it seen pay-per-view? Why were there so many people in the early hours of November 13 and the following day paying each other through Venmo accounts $6 each? Why does everybody owe specific people $6? Were they watching something horrific and paying their $6 to watch this horrific crime? Now bear with me because you asked me to talk about this theory, and this is actually one of the theories that I have not yet talked about. And by the way, bear with me if you are new to the channel, and if you have also been here for a long time, bear with me because a lot of you guys are like, Nika, you've already talked about this, but you have to understand our community is growing and not everybody is up to speed with every tiny detail in the IDAHO4 case. So let's talk about this theory, okay? Because we have all seen the comments that were made that there were apparently upwards of 400 witnesses. 400 witnesses, that's a lot of people. What were they witnessing? Did they watch something go down? And again, for clarification, we are just theorizing. We are just speculating. That being said, witnesses don't necessarily mean people who directly saw the crime. Like for trial purposes, it can mean people who knew Brian Koberger. It can mean people who knew the victims. If they can testify to concerning behaviors, whether it's concerning behaviors of VK or concerning behaviors of maybe surviving roommates, family members, or even victims, or any activities that could be related to like purchases of weapons or whatever, right? So witnesses also could include law enforcement, crime scene techs, lab staff, evidence custodians, medical examiners, experts, okay? That's a lot of witnesses to go through, right? When I first saw that number, it threw me in for a loop because I've never seen a witness list that large, even in massive political trials. So it's very weird to see a list. It's like 400 witnesses. Okay, that's a lot of people. That is very weird because, again, this crime is fairly small. Yes, it's garnered a lot of attention because we have, you know, the age and the looks, the physical attractiveness of the victims. That alone garners a lot of attention. But actually, this case is relatively small, and it's also a very small town in Idaho. So why in the world do we have 400 witnesses? That being said, there are so many YouTubers who have delved deep into some of the footage out there. And I'm not gonna do that. You go do your research, but let's be real. When, for example, Huda London, I believe is her name. One of you guys sent me a video of Huda London on my Instagram. Go watch a video. Amazing video. I've only seen one, but it was really good. And she is zooming in so closely to all of these people that are all around the Grubhub truck. And it's like everybody is on their fucking phone. Everybody. And yes, we live in an era where people are like on their phone, but literally everybody was on their phone. And when she zoomed in, I believe it was her channel who zoomed in very closely, it almost looks like there's a female backed up into a corner or a wall or something. Is this footage real? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not tech savvy. Don't believe anything I say. These are all theories. But to me, that looks like a female backed into a corner. It looks a lot, in my opinion, like it could be Kaylee. She looks Kaylee sized, relatively shorter, for example, than Dylan Mortensen. And, you know, she looks body size like Kaylee or like Xana, in my opinion. It's really weird. It's really weird. Now, I wanted to talk about the 4chan because the 4chan post also delved into some of this Fight Club things being recorded. Now, what is very concerning to me, there's a lot of things that are very concerning to me, right? We have to get into how dangerous it is if this Fight Club in Moscow is real. Because if this Fight Club in Moscow is real and the university knows about it, that means the city knows about it. Then that means Moscow Police Department knows about it, right? So where exactly is it going on? Where is it located? We know that these types of things do happen across the globe where people pay other people to watch horrible things go down. Is it disturbing? Oh, hell yeah. Is it dark and degenerate and demonic? Hell yeah. Do people still do it? Oh, hell yeah. So What type of people participate in this, and what are the outcomes? Because we've all seen Fight Club style movies where it's like, it's life or no life, right? Like, you kind of know what you're getting into. And if this is the case, then, and the participants like know what they're getting themselves into, and there are certain precautions taken into account. For example, let's say you join a fight club, this theoretical fight club, and they tell you, well, you can fight for your life, and it is what it is. If you pass away, we'll mark it as an accident or a self-unaliving or an OD. Because let's be honest, if you have been here since the beginning of this channel, you know that I've talked about several other people, several other frat boys and girls, university students, who have passed away in extremely weird circumstances. Okay, they're always marked as self-unalivings, accidents, or ODs. And sometimes the autopsy reports do not match. Is that concerning? Hell yes. That is a hell yes. You better wake up. And I have also read about some students allegedly recording what happened that fateful night into those early morning hours of November 12th, November 13, 2022. And allegedly what was recorded, what was live streamed in a local pay-per-view sports event was a very grisly, very horrific event where allegedly students had to basically fight for their lives, right? Gory, yes. Humans being subjected to torture and whatever else went on, also, yes. Is this far-fetched? Sure, if you want to not see what actually goes on in our world, because I talked about what happened, I think it was also 2 years ago. Remember when part of that building in New York collapsed, and what was exposed? It was part of some Hasidic underground Jewish community, whatever they were doing, right? That was only exposed by accident. Go watch my old videos 2.5 years ago. If you think that people do not do disgusting, disturbing, horrific things, then I don't know what to tell you. Continue to live in your beautiful, delusional world, right? But this shit happens, people. And that would also mean that the entire community, the entire university, the entire city would actually be, or should be, held accountable for acts of participating directly, even though maybe it was just viewing. If you're just viewing and you don't report a crime that you just viewed, potentially somebody being unalived, you are worse than the person, or just as bad as a person who committed the crime, right? Because acts of omission are also punishable by law. So if you guys think this is too far-fetched, maybe you just don't remember what happened in Germany back in 1945. You know, do I need to refresh your memory? Do I need to give you a history lesson there? Okay. Is that why there are 400 witnesses? Is that why there are so many people in so many videos across YouTube where we see them zoomed in, super hyper focused on their phone? What are they looking at? What are they watching? Was it something horrific? Okay, the number of witnesses, in my opinion, is highly, highly unusual. And again, what do you think everybody was paying for? We know that in the following day, the following hours after the crime, people were paying other people $6. What was this $6 payment for? Was it for witnessing something horrific through this sort of pay-per-view? Have you ever heard of anything like this in your community? I would be very curious to know. I have personally heard about things like this, similar things in the underground community, but I've never been able to prove that they exist. So don't get mad at me. You wanted me to cover this theory, so here we are. What do you think about this theory? Is it too far-fetched? I don't know. We will see. I also remember, before I go, I also remember reading something on, I believe it was 4chan. Was it 4chan? Remind me in the comment section, please. Where there were people allegedly filming everything that was taking place outside of 1122 King Road. In that thread that I was reading, I specifically remember people saying that they had filmed girls screaming and running out of 1122 King Road. Have you guys heard anything else about that? Let me know, because I'm trying to find it on the 4chan and I can't. I haven't been able to find it yet. I know that I took a lot of screenshots and saved a whole bunch, so I have to go through so many files, but I will find it, and when I do, I will share with you guys. So thank you guys for joining me in this video. Leave a like, leave a comment. By the way, we are banned from live streaming. Hopefully the gods, from this platform say we are good to go soon, and I miss the interaction, the one-on-one. I feel like I'm just talking to the camera here all by my lonesome. So yeah, take care, guys. See you soon.